What's going on, you guys? Welcome to another episode of Eternal Warriors Replays, and I'm your host, Southern Pro Domino. Yes, I am on webcam. I got a nice high-definition Logitech camera. Really excited about it, being able to put my face up on the screen. Get to see my reactions, get to see what kind of stuff I say as well, with some nice audio changes. But anyway, without further ado, let's introduce the player. This is Squirt Gunner, again. And he is playing in the Tier 7. I was almost going to say German because he had the paint colors for German. The Tier 7 Japanese heavy tank, the Oni. And he's playing on Corellia. He's top tier. And he sent this one in with a laugh. I'm going to tell you that right now. And I'm going to tell you why in just a minute. I really do apologize for not really getting some content out last week. It's crazy busy for me work-wise. I have a lot of really cool opportunities. One really phenomenal one with HGTV. HGTV. Not HD. HG. The home, home network. You know what I'm talking about. I'm tired right now, by the way. A long day at work today. So just keep that in mind. The home network. HGTV, right? So there's an opportunity to do a pilot episode for some real estate agents, and they want us to do the videography for it. Super exciting. But the thing about this replay that really intrigued me is not the fact that he got a mastery badge, he got a good amount of damage, he played the tank as a heavy tank, but it's the award that he gets at the end that is incredibly intriguing. So stick around, watch this replay, and you'll see what I mean. So anyway, he takes a shot into this Cromwell. You notice he's not using the derp gun, which is typical for the Japanese heavies, using the 15 centimeter howitzer. He's actually using the alternative, which is the 10 centimeter. It's the high penetration. It's got 190 millimeters of penetration. Tier 7 is very good. And then he's got, I say good, it's pretty good, 330 alpha damage, and it's about 11.5 second reload. So typical heavy tank kind of a gun when you're not dealing with derp guns. So anyway, he's taking this corner like a boss. He doesn't have a lot of people supporting him at the moment, but he knows that he's top tier, and he knows that if he angles his armor right, he can be able to take the few tanks that are over on the side. And that is not a few tanks. More and more tanks keep popping up. I think over half the enemy team's over here. And they have all just been sitting around this corner. Typically you'd see them actually sitting like in the E0 area, just as you turn that first corner into the south part of Corellia. That's where you see them usually spotting or popping up and trying to take pot shots at you. And this team, oh no, they were sitting close to their cap, waiting for the enemy team to cross the corner. It wasn't like there was like 3 or 4 tanks. You're talking like half of the enemy team was just waiting around the corner. Maybe they got really scared when they saw the Oni and the KV2 and the Hellcat just, annihilate a couple of their tanks that went up on top of the hill. So anyway, one brave WZ-131 GFT decides to start turning the corner, and he's been blocking a ton of shots. He's been angling his armor well. He's been blocking. He's been hiding that weak spot, the inner cheek on the hull, in order to prevent the enemy from really getting some serious damage into home. Needless to say, with half of the enemy team shooting at you, eventually they're going to start loading the premium rounds, and eventually you're going to start taking a lot of damage. And he is on less than a quarter of a hit points right now. As a matter of fact, a lot of these 90 millimeter guns, he is not going to be able to take a hit from. It's about a 50-50 chance that he's actually going to be able to go down. Luckily, RNG is in his favor, and he's on 4 hit points, but then it gets taken away as and Churchill 7 is on 5 hit points. So he's on this little standoff right now. Churchill 7 is loading the premium rounds, trying to get in, and Squirt Gunner plays a smart move here. He could have taken out that Churchill 7. It would have wasted. Did that Oni just fire a high explosive round and not do anything? the OI, not the Oni. The OI, the Tier 6, the little brother of the Oni. Now it looks like, strangely enough, that OI is not using the dirt gun either. It's a very, very popular gun in the Japanese realm. You can see why, you know, and sometimes the this gun alternative kind of like really trolls you as opposed to the dirt gun. But he played a really smart move there. I don't want to take that away. So, this guy's going to die. You already know he's going to die. And he shot the WZ-131 FT instead. He could have killed the Churchill 7. Would have been the reactive thing to do. But he knew that the WZ was the guy who could actually kill him. And so I think it was really, really smart of him to do that. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have a victory for Squirt Gunner in the ONE. He got the Mastery Badge. He also got a Steel Wall Medal for 3,160 damage blocked, which is very good at a Tier 7 match. He got the Spartan Medal for blocking something under 10% of his hit points. I believe it was more like 1%. He only had 4 hit points left, and he was bouncing a lot of shots from that Churchill 7. He got patrol duty. He got patrol duty in the ONE. Yes, the light tank player on our team absolutely loves playing light tanks. Decided to also get a light tank medal in a heavy tank. And it's not just like, it's not any heavy tank that's got a lot of view range. No. It's the ONE. Oh, that cracks me up. I hope it cracks you guys up too. This is phenomenal. He got the high caliber medal for 2,698 damage. And that gave him a base experience points of 1,392. Absolutely great, phenomenal game by Squirt Gunner in that sense. He was able to do significantly more, about 50% more damage than anybody else on his team. And so, he was just really able to carry his team well. I think that it was just a really good job on his end. He fired 13 shots, and out of those 13, 12 direct hits, I should say, and only 10 penetrations. He he received 28 hits, and out of those 28, only 6 penetrations. Like I said, he's top tier in an ONE. I remember when the ONE first came out, it was just super OP. I was not a big fan of going up against it. I just remembered that we could not find its weak points, and it was just insane. So props to him for really utilizing that armor well against mid-tier opponents. Nice job, Squirt Gunner. Really appreciate it. Anybody else want to send in some replays other than Squirt Gunner? I'm just kidding. I know you guys have been sending them in. But, I was going to do a different replay. It was kind of funny. I had one in mind. I actually might, if I got time this week, I might throw up a couple of replays. I'm not promising anything. But I might throw up a couple of replays because there's quite a few good ones coming in. And I really want to try to showcase them for all you guys. But it's just really funny that Squirt Gunner, he's just really giving me this unconventional style with these tanks, and it's just so entertaining. I have to throw it up there. So nice job, man. Really appreciate it. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. And as always, take care, and I look forward to seeing you in the next replay.